Good morning, dear students and friends. Welcome back to the Prithviraj English Academy. As our social study series is going on for the Karnataka State Board, in this video we are going to discuss about 9th standards, chapter number 21st, election system in India. Election system in India. So, without a delay, let's start today's explanation about the election system in India. So before that, we'll come to know in this unit Election Commission of India, election process, political parties, coalition governments, and media and democracy will come to know. So before that, uh, just imagine it. What is the meaning of election? What do you mean election means? So it may be a process through which the people are going to choose their representative is called the election. Yes or no? Here you can just move, means this is what the process, right? It is what on the polling day how the people are going to elect their people, means their representative. Okay. Now come to the introduction part. India has a democracy. So what it means democracy means then? Democracy means you know that the people are going to choose their own representatives. Yes or no? It is called the democracy. Before there is no democracy, there was the monarchy was there. In a monarchy, people are not going to choose their representative or their ruler. Right? That will going to done by the through the what? Heredity. Sorry, hierarchical. Means after his father, his son will going to come to the power. That is called the hierarchy. Okay. Now come to the heredities. Okay. Now come to the India as a democracy means India is the biggest democracy in the world. There is no doubt. Ours is the biggest written constitution in the world, and as well as ours is the biggest democracy in the world because we have the highest population in the world. Yes or no? And two means democracy is always going to success and dependable on the its election only. So to conduct the election, what kind of election? Free and fake elections that will be needed for the healthy democracy. So what is needed here for the healthy democracy? It is fair and free elections, and that will going to conducted by whom? That will going to conducted by the election commission. So such election commissions, India also has the election commission. About that, in our constitution, part 15 we are going to explain about that. From the article 324 to 329 we are going to speak about the election commission of India. So Indian Election Commission is all India institution it is. Means whole India institution it is. So it is going to conduct the election for both central and state elections. Central also it will going to conduct the election, and even it will going to conduct the states elections also. Understanding my point? Then at the same time we have the state election commission. It will going to conduct the election for the local body elections. Local body elections means like Jilla Panchayat, Taluka Panchayat, Gram Panchayat. Okay. And under the article about the state election commission, it will going to speak about articles 243K to 243ZA. Means the article will going to start by like that is what 243K 43LMNOP till the Z, and then it will going to start by the ZA ZB. So it is 243 ZA till there it will going to speak about the state election commission, and that will going to conduct the election for the local bodies. Okay, now come to the election commission of India, its composition. As already we came to know, article 324 speaks about the formation of the election commission of India. The Election Commission was founded in January 25, 1950. Means before one day of the our constitution enforcement. Okay. Then next day only we are going to celebrate the Republic Day. Okay. In the beginning, only one chief election commissioner was there to look after the election commission. By 1950, January 25, only one chief election commissioner was there to look after it. Initially means beginning, okay. But in a year of 1989, amendment are done to the constitution. That amendment name is called 61st Amendment. What kind of amendment? Constitutional Amendment Act it is. Through that, they are going to reduce the voting age from 21 to 18 years. Means till from 1950 to till 1989, the voters age is 21st. But in a year of 1989, they have reduced it as a 18. Okay, this is the first thing. And one more thing they have done here, because of the increase of the workload, two more election commissioners were going to appointed. Before, in the 1950, only one was there. Along with the one chief election commissioner, now two more election commissioners were appointed by 1989 61st constitutional amendment. Okay. But very next year only, by 1990, the two posts were added now. By 1989, they were going to cancel now. They are going to remove. Then again in the year of 1993, along with the one chief election commissioner, those two election commissioners were appointed. From there to now, from 1993 to from there to till now, it is same. It is going on. One chief election commissioner and two election commissioners will be there for the Indian election commissions. Okay, and all three commissioners enjoy the equal powers here. Chief election commissioner and other election commissioner, they are going to enjoy the all equal powers. In case any differentiation will going to arise, that time the majority decision will going to finalize. That will going to follow. Three are there, right? If any differentiation is there between two, between the three only, then the three will going to vote for. Then whose will become means who will going to means what whose opinion will going to get a majority, that will going to proceed. Okay. Now come to the appointments of the chief election commissioners. They are going to appointed by the President of India, and that will be done through the advice of the Union Cabinet. Okay. And once they are going to appointed, they will be there in a service for 6 years or until the 65 years of their age. Okay. Which will be comes first, according to that they will going to retire. If 6 years will going to complete first, then they are according to that. If before the 6 year only, the 65 years is their age is going to got over, then they will going to retire from their post. And before also they can resign their posts, and that resignation letter should be submitted to the president. Okay, this is what about their appointment and their tenure. Now come to the removal or impeachment. Only through the parliament they can remove because of the unconstitutional behaviors of theirs. Impeachment means what? The majority, both the houses will going to gather the session will going to took place, joint session will going to take place. Over there they are going to discuss really the chief election commissioner conduct means done any unconstitutional behavior, and on that if majority will going to comes by the both the houses, then that time only they are going to remove. It is very means till now not a single election commissioner will going to done the impeachment, and in future if suppose maybe, then this is the process. Now come to the functions and powers of the election commission. So it will going to conduct the elections for the president in a central level, vice president, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha in the central level, in a Vidhan Parishad and Vidhana Sabha in a state level. It has absolute power to declare election dates and the results. It is an independent body. It is. They can declare election dates and the results also. Now come to the during the elections, a model code of conduct is in a force. So what it means? Model code of conduct means So here it is, model code of conduct. Meaning, the model code of conduct, yeah, MCC is the set of rules and regulations and guidelines issued by the Election Commission of India when the elections will be there, no, during that time, yeah, election time. It regulates the actions of political parties, candidates, and the government authorities during the elections. Its main aim is why they are going to conduct enforce the model code of conduct to ensure free, fair, and transparent elections without any misuse of the power. Because of that, they are going to enforce this one. Okay. The commission does not have its own staff. This thing, you know that. They only three election commissioners are there. Remaining, they are going to utilize the government employees, right? And those who are going to appointed for the election duty with the president's president's approval. Okay. Panchayat Raj and urban local body elections are conducted by the State Election Commission. That already we came to know about that. Okay, now move to the next. Electoral constituencies. Electoral constituencies means the whole India will going to divide it in a different parts as a Lok Sabha areas, and that will going to call it as a constituencies. And in states also we have the two kinds of constituencies. One is Lok Sabha and one is Legislative Assembly. So first come to here the explanation what they have given. The country and states are divided into the constituencies based on the population. According to their population, the area will going to divide it. Means and particular members and particular representative, means these many population will going to go choose the particular candidate, like that it is. Okay. Here we have the two types Lok Sabha constituencies. Means total 543 Lok Sabha constituencies are there right now, right? And they are going to elect the members of the parliament. Means MPs will going to elect it from the Lok Sabha constituencies. Understanding my point? Then legislative assembly constituencies, they are going to elect the member of the legislative assembly, IMLAs. Right now in Karnataka we have 224 constituencies, and from there the MLAs will going to elect it. Okay, now come to the reserved constituencies also there. Seats are going to reserve for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, ACST, and after the 106th constitutional amendment, according to the Nari Shakti Vandana Adhiniyam 2024, 33% of seats will going to reserve for the women in Lok Sabha as well as in a state assemblies also. Now come to the voters list, electoral roll. The voters list contains the names and details of the eligibility voters. The list will be there over there. Their name will be there in front of their I mean something details will be there about their age, from there where they are going to belongs. That will going to there in a voter list. Okay, and it will going to prepared by the election commissioners before the elections, and it will going to revise every year. The list will going to revise every year. Okay, then new voters, those have completed 18 years, they are going to add it, and names is going to decrease. They are going to delete the persons who already died. Okay, and they may be transferred from one, means they may be shifted from one place to another place, means migrated. That will going to means those such persons name will going to delete from that particular constituency. Okay, and it will going to help to the polling officials to identify the voters. What that list will going to, and four eligibility dates are there for the inclusion: 1st of January, 1st of April, 1st of July, and 1st of October will going to inclusion will be done. Okay, now come to the next thing is what electorals photo identity card, yeah, EPIC. Okay, it will going to issue to the all the eligible voters to prevent impersonation. Means when the polling date will be there, that time they can show this. Okay, here means on that of Bharat Chunavana Ayoga, yeah, election commission of India will be there. Then election photo identity card, here the photo will be there of the voters, here the name and their father's name will be there here. Then here their gender, they means here the age you are going to written, what you are going to call that, date of birth you are going to write here. Then here the address you are going to written, and when it was going to issued. Okay, and here they are going to write here the constituency name. If they are means, and the number also they are going to write here. Okay, this is what the elector's photo identity card it is. Okay, now come to the, and that will going to use as a proof during the election time. Okay, and for the general identification proof also it will going to use. Okay, and along with that, along with this one, the voters can produce EPIC, means elects elector's photo identity card, or other like valid identity card like PAN card, driving license, passport, and etc. at the time of voting. Okay, now come to the next, election process. Election process will going to started by the one thing, that is election notification. It will going to start by the election notification. First step in the election process is election notification. The election process begin with the election commission issuing the notification about the date, time, and counting of the votes. What are the date? When the nomination, timing, and counting, date and timing, everything will going to mention in that notification will going to issue by the election commission. That's the first step in the elections. Okay, and notification may be issued, means published on the official websites, in the newspapers, maybe in radio, television, and even the government gadgets also it will going to publish. Okay, now come to the next step, nomination of the candidates. When the date will going to announce for the nomination and everything, the next step is what? Nomination of the candidates. India follows a representative democratic system where citizens have the right to contest and elect representatives. They can contest the election and they can even elect the representative. Candidates must be fulfill the required qualifications. That means one form will be there, and that everything will be going to fulfill in that. Okay, here like what is that? Candidate must be submitted the nomination papers and documents to the returning officer, RO we are going to call it. Within the all the specified, means the specific time will be there. Within this time only the nomination will be, means the date will be there over there. Within that date only you have to submit. Then a security deposit must be paid along with the nomination papers. Means certain amounts for the Lok Sabha, it is certain amount. For the state legislative assembly elections, then certain amount will be there as a fixed, means security deposit it is. After the election it will going to return if the eligibility vote maybe got it, right? If they got a less vote, then that will not going to return. That is the one mandatory over there of the deposit, security deposit. Okay, then come to the political parties give the political tickets to their chosen candidates, allowing them to use the particle symbol. Whoever the candidate maybe got the ticket from the any political party, they will get that political party symbol only for the election. If suppose the independent candidates are there, they are not going to belong any political party, they are going to receive the symbol from the election commissions only, and that will be there in a election commissions list only. So from that only they have to choose who the independent candidate. But those who are going to belong to the means the from the political parties, they will get the, if suppose the person may be got, the candidate may be got the election ticket from the BJP, then he will going to get the, he can use the BJP symbol. If they maybe got the ticket from the Congress, they maybe use the symbol of the Congress. But independent, they have to utilize their symbols from the chosen from the election commission's list only. Okay, now move to the third thing, the scrutiny of the nomination. After the nomination done by the candidate, next thing is that will going to, everything will going to, after the last date of the nomination, election officers will going to verify the things. What they will going to do, they will going to verify the things, whatever means like means verify the papers and documents. Okay, means the name and the whatever the document they have submitted, is they all correct or what, and all the means specific information they have filled or what, everything will going to check. And if any means in that afterwards approval name means list will going to made, and one more is rejected list will going to made by the election means RO officer. Okay, then afterwards they are going to paste the a list of eligible and ineligible candidates. Already I have mentioned this one. After the scrutiny it will going to done. Okay, then after that they will going to provide a chance to the candidate. What chance? If they want, they can withdraw their names. If the candidate maybe wants, they can withdraw their names. They can withdraw their names. Who? The candidate. Okay. Candidates can be withdraw their names. When after the scrutiny may be done, no? After that. If their name will be there in a eligibility candidate list, they can withdraw their names. Okay, that is called the withdrawal of the nomination. Four step it is. After the publication of the eligibility candidates list, a date is fixed for the withdrawal of the nomination. Within that date only they have to withdraw their names. And once the withdrawal will be done, that is a final list then. Once the date is got, means what is that? Candidates who withdrawal cannot be contest the election afterwards. Okay, once the withdrawal will be done. Okay, and within a date only they have to withdraw. After that, that will going to consider they are there in that. Okay, now come to the fifth. It is what? Campaign. Fifth, it is what? Fifth step is what? Campaign. Okay, for the campaign. Okay, now come to the what is means. What are the things will going to done here by the candidate? What are the how they are going to done the canvas and all we will going to come to know now. Okay, one by one. Okay, first the campaigning will going to includes public meetings, door-to-door visits, posters, pamphlets, flags, and the slogans will going to done. Okay, and all candidates must be follow the model of code of conduct during this time set by the election commission. Okay, and here the day when voting take place, voters go to the wait. Okay, before that I have to mention this one. Election campaign will going to begins after the announcement of the final list of the candidates. After the withdrawal of the nomination, then final list will going to announced by the election commission. After that, the campaign will going to start. The campaign must be end before 48 hours of the voting. Political parties announce the policies, programs, and the promises in their election manifesto. Manifesto means it is the means their before uh, election the political parties will going to issued their it is in a booklet type. In that what they are going to do afterwards, everything will be there in the manifesto. Okay, then next it is campaigning will going to include what are the things: public meeting, door to door steps, means door to door visits, posters and all. Okay, and during this time they have to follow the model code of conduct. Okay, then fourth is polling day. Okay, the day when the voting take place, voters go to the polling booths to cast votes here. Okay, here it is the picture, it is there, you can just see here. Okay, it is how. Okay, polling booth it is. Okay, okay, next. Okay, next here. Okay, polling officials manage the polling process. Here the police officer is there inside. Few officers were going to sitting here. First we're going to check the identity card. Second we're going to uh, check means first we're going to check the means all the entry will going to done. Second we're going to check the identity card, and third we're going to apply the ink. Then afterward they are going to provide. They are going to ask to the voters to vote. Here will be the this means electric nowadays electronic voting machines are there. EVM we are going to call them. Okay, here it is the picture. We will come to know after this explanation. But now move to the ballot papers are the electronic voting machines. Okay, ballot papers means these are the here. Okay, ballot box is there and paper will be there, and they are going to in front of that they are going to means they are going to cast their vote. That is called the ballot papers. But nowadays we are using the machines. Okay, it is called the electronic voting machines, IUMs, okay, are used for the voting. Ballot papers, here the ballot paper, this is the ballot paper. In this one, what will be there? Candidates names and symbols will be there. In front of that, you have to just cast your vote. Okay, now move to the next. EVMs are used for the most elections nowadays. Ballot papers are used for the Gram Panchayat elections. Okay, most of the what you are going to call Lok Sabha and the state legislative assembly elections, they are going to use the EVM machines. Okay, ballot papers will going to use for the only Gram Panchayats. After voting, EVM or ballot box are sealed and sent to the counting centers. Okay, here before that, please come to know here EVM machines, how they are going to work. Okay, here it is the ballot unit. In this one, here the serial number will be there, then next candidate name will be there, here the symbols will be there. In front of that, here the buttons are there. If suppose I am going to press the first button, then that will going to means I have casted vote to the first candidate. So okay, so these are the what the buttons here. Okay, and last will be there. Last button is always as a nota. It is about that we will going to come to know what it means, nota and all. Okay, if suppose I am going to press here first, then what candidate name and the symbols will going to appear here in this mission. What you are going to call voter verifiable paper audit trail is there, no? In this one, what will be happen here in this one? The picture and name of the candidate will going to show here whom you are going to vote. Okay, and this will going to call it a control unit. Okay, it will going to control by the officers. Okay, now come to the next. Okay, once the election will be done, then afterwards what will be done? The means what that EVM boxes are going to sealed and sent to the counting centers, where the counting centers will be there voting. Okay, then next it is facilities are provided for the disabled and visually impaired voters, means those are physical handicaps. For them also the separate things will be there, and including braille scripts. Script means braille means that will going to be easy to the those are going to have the visible challenges. They can by the through that they can vote for their candidate. Okay, now come to the here some election terms are there. Returning officers means officials in charge of the elections in the constituency. VV Pat means prints a slip showing the voter's choice. That will be shown here. Okay, here. Okay, what is that? Prints a slip showing the voter's choice. Ensure the transparency. Okay, nota means what? None of the above. Means here in this mission the last button will be contents of the nota, means I don't like any member who are there above this one. According to that, if you are going to press that. Mock poll means what? Trial voting before the official polling begins to the check EVM mission, that will be done mock poll. Okay, now come to the counting of the votes. Conducted at counting centers by the officials in the presence of the candidates, or their agents will be there over there, and counting will go to done over there. EVMs make counting quick and easier. Recounting is allowed in special cases. In case of the disputes, candidates can approach the court of law. The returning officers will going to declare, RO officers will going to declare the results and issue the certificate to the winning candidate. This is what the last process of voting. Election commission, elections. Okay. Now come to the political parties. Next step is what? Next about what it is? Election, political parties. Political parties are essential to the democratic system, and they are going to act as a link between the people, representatives, and the government. And it will going to help in a policy making and leadership development. Okay, the political parties. Okay, and the political party which party will going to get the majority in a Lok Sabha or state assembly, they will going to form the government, and they are going to consider as a ruling party. I hope you know this much. Okay, because this thing we came to know while you are going to studying about the central government and the state government. That time we came to know about this one. Okay, now move to the next thing. Means the first majority party will going to consider as a ruling party. Second largest party becomes the opposition party, and smaller parties and other independent may be support either they can support the ruling party and they can support the opposition party left to them. Okay, independent and small parties. Okay, now come to the national political parties. They have the branches in many states, have significant representation in parliament and state legislatures, and they are going to recognize by the Election Commission of India as a national parties. Okay, here currently the some national parties are there. 6 national parties: Indian National Congress, Communist Party of India, Bharatiya Janata Party, Bahujan Samaj Party, National People's Party, Aam Aadmi Party. These are the 6 political parties. Now move to the regional parties, yeah, state level parties. Okay, also known as the